Good morning. I have a short sort of bonus visual journaling activity today. This comes from this book, Praying in Color by Sybil MacBeth. There's actually a new version of this out, a new edition. If you're interested in looking into that, if you enjoy what I share with you from it. So I'm just going to do an introduction to it. In this book, the author goes through a number of different ways that you can use your doodling, essentially, as prayer. So if you're thinking about a list and you're using your journal practice as part of a morning routine or maybe a calming down routine, just thinking through things, Praying in Color is about using the lines and shapes to help sort of focus your prayer. She talks about intercessory prayer and praying for the needs of others and doing that through this process. So you're focused on that person or that topic while you're drawing. And so she has you start with drawing a shape. It could be a geometric shape. It can be a non-geometric shape. So just starting out with that shape and then putting either the name of a person or an area of concern. So if I were to start this afternoon or this morning, afternoon, whenever I'm working, I'm thinking about what I'm trying to focus on. So if I'm scattered, I might just start choosing random things. Maybe I have a particular issue on my mind, and so that's what I'm going to focus on. And so I'm thinking about, we could be thinking specifically or generically about COVID. So I start with that, and I'm putting that in there. And then as I'm making my marks, I'm thinking, what is it that I want to pray for? And as I'm praying or meditating on that, I start to add to the shape. So I'm just using my colored pencils. You could use crayon, you could use marker. If you're if you're comfortable with black and white and you just want to focus that way. Your color might be symbolic, it might not. You would decide. And then as you go, maybe I'm going to create a pattern in here, and each part of the pattern I'm thinking about a specific person, or maybe I'm thinking about an area of the country. Maybe I'm thinking about people who have more health concerns than I do and their need at this time. And I'm just putting in these colors and creating the pattern. And maybe the marks and the size of the marks are connected with how long I'm spending. Maybe they're just the intensity of the color is enough, and the size is just sort of a visual thing. So it's all on how you want to. So once I finish with that, then I'm going to move on to another one. And so again, I could have a similar shape. I could have a different shape. And then I'm going to continue to add. Now, this lends itself sort of naturally to a striping pattern. Does not have to be. your colors again. So I sort of happens that my colors in my first one, I went with those cool colors, and somehow this this one I'm tending towards this connection of all these warm colors that are connecting for me on this. And then I've set a timer before I've started, so I want to pray and do this for 15 minutes. Maybe I'm going to do this until the page is filled up. Maybe I'm going to make shapes and meditate on them until my body and mind feel at ease, and then I'm going to stop, and maybe later today I come back and add to this. So this is just an introduction to this, and again, the book is Praying in Color by Sybil MacBeth, and she has a really fabulous website as well. So I just wanted to share this as a way that you can use your journal page, and using some of those colors. This could be also a fun way to play with that marker technique where you're adding water to it, and so maybe the colors from are bleeding into each other from the different shapes, and you're playing with that because all of these things that you're concentrating on are connected in some way. So I hope this gives you another little technique that you can use in your journal as you go through this week, and we'll see you next time.